Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. So first things first. Last episode we expanded out our industrial block just a little bit more, and finally put in some gum palms, which we've been needing for a very long time. I think what I want to do this episode is I want to work on making sushi, um, and consistent sushi. So having more fish fillet coming in, and then also having an actual nori farm. I think that would be nice. So I think I'm going to start with the nori, and that means we need to make a tower kelp farm. Um, from what I can tell, it looks like these can grow to a max size of 10, and then that's where they cap out. I don't know if I should make, and then it spawns these critters, and these critters are what actually produces the nori. So like if I attack this kelp hole, I'm pretty sure that it will drop the nori. Um, let's see. Yeah, so there you can see we have it just gave a little bit, right? So what I think we need to do is build a farm that will produce these guys, and then I think they just naturally spawn off of the tower kelp, and that's kind of how they work. What are you? Oh, okay. This guy is eating the honestly, it would be nice to get these ore holes as well because I do need for to grow the tower kelp. I need quite a bit of um, dirt, polluted dirt, and polluted water. So if this guy produces polluted mud, that literally is what you can put that into a sludge press and get polluted dirt and polluted water out of it. So I think what I'm going to do is probably build a large tank, I guess, of polluted water, maybe. It just needs to be in water. Not it doesn't need to be, but I have this literal water vent here, so I might as well use it. Um, and that comes out at 30 degrees C, which is exactly perfect for the tower kelp. Um, and I guess I think maybe I'll build it. It'll just be a 10 tall room, and I'll expect my dupes to go in and swim, and it should just naturally produce us quite a bit of nori. Now I do want to think though. I mean, 40 kgs of polluted dirt cycle and 30 kgs of polluted water cycle is not some small amount. This produces, on average, 2,000, just about 3 kgs per second of polluted water. So, and this uses 30 kgs of cycle. The cycle is 300 seconds, I believe. Can't remember. But I'm gonna think about the math and think about how many I could realistically actually support, especially since how much polluted dirt do we even have at this point? Um, we only have 9.7 tons, not quite a lot, but there are a lot of different ways to get polluted dirt, and we have this polluted mud here, which I can. I think I'm gonna put in a um, sludge press to get rid of the polluted. So quite a few little bits and tasks to make sure that we can actually run this, but having that nice of a food consistently will be very nice. So that's the project I want to work on today. I'm gonna use this neural vacillator right here, give it stinky, and then after that I might. I know you can recharge them, but I think I'm going to actually demolish it because I think what I want to do is I want to put the polluted water slash farm for tower kelp right here in this area because we have so much polluted water above it that I'm just going to dump straight down this area. So I think that's the play right. And maybe I can actually explore through this region finally. Who knows? Maybe we've got another polluted water vent. Wouldn't that be amazing? So let's see. Is this able to get to? Yeah. Let's see. Where is he at? Also, I did a little bit of changing here, moved the ladder over a little bit, just so we can kind of hide away some of the decor in this room from the heavy watt wires, just so someone going up and down this column doesn't see as bad. There is a little bit here, it's inevitable, and I've tried to mitigate it with some statues and things, and some what is this? Back wall, right? Drywall. Um, there's just still a little bit more I can do in here, but for now, it's better. It's only like minus 100 for a few tiles instead of, minus 600 for like right here and super concentrated. So we don't have to deal with that. All right, let's complete the neural process. Okay, plus 10 strength is really good, actually. That's very nice. Um, very nice. Okay, good for Stinky. Made a mess. Okay, well, that's gonna suck because it's gonna leak out of the suit, right? Did he go and do something else? Whatever. Very nice. I don't remember how you recharge this. A vacillator recharge. I think you get those from space. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm sure there's another neural vacillator somewhere on this map. And if there isn't, there's surely one on one of the other planets. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Looks like I finally ended up making enough sushi to get the second part of the person. Oh, she went there, and now I already found her down here, so it's not really like that's that crazy. To get caviar, though, is going to require a ranch of sequines. And these guys take pearl, which means I'm going to need a lot more clantwoods. Which, honestly, I think I have a lot of these seeds. I have 4 seeds right here. And they just take, what, sand? That's it? Why have I not built, like, this entire bottom floor full of these things yet? Don't know, but I'm going to right now. That'll produce us a ton of pearl. Because we have how much sand? Almost 300 tons. Really, the thing we are running out of a lot right now is salt, because Slogos are hungry. I should look and see. They eat, uh, well, let's see. They eat 100 kilograms of salt per cycle, and I'm currently ranching 16 of them. So let's see. Well, I should have been able. It's 1,600. It's 1.6 tons a day of salt or cycle. Um, I I I don't know how I could even begin to get that much salt. Um, I could produce 210 kgs a cycle by desalinating salt water. Or really, I think if I come down here, we have all of these polluted brine vents, and they produce a lot of liquid. So what I was wondering is how much salt do you get for desalinating this? You get 900 kgs of salt a cycle by desalinating polluted brine. And that's 3,000 kgs a cycle. So this one liquid geyser right here um, could basically could give us 6.9 tons of salt a day if we desalinated all of its output. So maybe I'm gonna move that one up a little bit in our priority list. Same with we have this polluted brine vent. While it doesn't produce, the crazy amount that the other one does, it's still a lot of water. I might tap that like now. Um, because I really am running super low on salt, and I keep having in mind where are the toilets? Nothing. There's literally nothing wrong with the toilets. Hello? Okay. What? Oh my god, they trapped themselves, didn't they? You guys not swim in the suits? Okay, so let's see. Oh, the water dropped down and they can't get to the ladder anymore. Let me get these guys out of here so they don't, starve or something. All right, here they go. They're free. These stupid dupes. What can you do about it? This is the polluted water liquid tank. So what I was going to say before I realized that they were trapped is I'm going to tap into this brine vent here, and the desalinated polluted water will go into this polluted water tank here. I'm also going to have tower kelp growing in here. So that should help us with the salt for this logos, because that is one of our main kind of sources of food right now. We're getting a little low on food. Ceiling collapse. Fine, Gosman. But once we get this up and we get Tower of Kelp growing, we can start working on getting more fish fillets per cycle so we can produce more sushi and then also help get our barbecue up with probably adding another one or even two ranches of these logos so we can have just we don't have to worry about food. That's the goal right now. Not that we're really worrying that much. We're doing fine. It's just we're definitely needing a little bit more since we've taken on a lot more dreams. So, we're doing really good on food all of a sudden. Don't know what happened, but hey, we take it. Other than that, we have this tank is pretty much done. I'm still building the pipe up from this polluted water vent that's gonna dump into this tank. I know there's germs. I don't really care. I don't think it'll matter that much. Um, that there will be germs in it. It's polluted water, and that's kind of how it's gonna just that's just gonna be the way it is. I also have a sludge press that I put down here that will automatically, as you can see here, dump into this fluid tank. So we're gonna slowly turn all of our polluted mud into polluted dirt and polluted water, and because that's exactly what the tower kelp need to be that's what they need for fertilization and irrigation. Um, I think this is doing really well. And once this is online, then we can basically we're gonna have a ton of nori. So what we need next for making sushi rolls is we need fish fillet. I also put in a small mealwood like farm here. It's insulated because there's a lot of cold over here, and this might get too cold. We'll see. I have it at 15 degrees right now, which is like 5 degrees above what mealwood can survive at. But so I've got the mealwood, I've got the nori. Now I just need to get the fish consistent. And I think this needs to be rebuilt. Um, it is not. It just doesn't work the way it needs to. The idea was strong, but I didn't know how these ranches really worked. Because the fact that it's a you look at like a room, right? It's pool size of 580 tiles. That's what matters. Even if if all these critters were outside of the stable, but there was still more than the amount of the pool size, they would still be cramped. So we need to basically probably make each stable its own individual um pool size is what we need for to ranch these. And I might switch from beacons to Aku because with mealwood, since I'm going to be growing mealwood anyways, I'm going to have a ton of mealwood seeds. I can make those into old. I can make those into Paku treat really easily. Um, I've got I've got more mucin than I know what to do with. I have liquid reservoirs upon liquid reservoirs, and these guys just constantly are producing it. I need to get rid of it somehow, so making it into Paku treat, why not? And I think when you make it into Paku treat, let me look at this. Yeah, they produce. I'm pretty sure they end up producing more polluted dirt when you feed them that. Uh, so if you feed them just the seed itself, you'll get 3,000 or 3 kgs. But if you feed them the Paku treat, you get double. You get 6 kgs instead of 3. So I think it would be worth it to ranch these guys. Definitely not feeding them algae. Seacom leaf would be nice, but I don't think I have it on this map. So we're gonna try to make the Paku um whatever it's called or this stuff, the Paku treat, and feed it to the Paku, and that will be a good source of our fish fillet, especially since well, not I think that they're just easier to ranch than the other ones. They just need 8 cells of space per critter. I might not even put them in a ranch. I don't know. Maybe I will because it'll increase the reproduction rate so we can get even more from less fish, which would be nice. Um, basically, what they're gonna have a similar ordeal to like what we have for our slogos, where we'll have a certain amount in the ranch, and then all the overflow eggs will be deposited just somewhere, and these ones will be cramped and miserable, and it won't matter. And I think that will give us all of the food we basically ever need because it'll all craft up into the sushi rolls, which are really good food. Which we do have 20,000 of those right now, so we're doing quite well. All right, so I built a very little containment room for this fluted brine vent here. I forgot about rubber tiles this entire time. They literally are rubber tiles are designed to resist damage from liquid pressure. So up here, I put the airflow tiles in this room because that's normally how you end up resisting air or liquid pressure because these are immune to liquid pressure. But I forgot that they literally this update added a dedicated tile that does that, and it also is an insulator. So this will keep this area. It'll be hot in here. It'll be 95 degrees, and so it's like the perfect thing for this. But I think I'm going to leave this episode here before I go ahead and finish fully aiming both of these because I have a pretty ambitious plan for what I might want to do with these different water vents pretty much all around the place. Um, I think I might want to try. We'll see if this ends up happening. Otherwise, I'm gonna just put in a bunch of desalinators and just drop this into the polluted water tank here. I might try using this very hot core here, um, and essentially using it. Starving. Sorry. Use the very hot core down here that is thousands of degrees. And basically, what I want to do is I want to take these water vents from around the place, and I want to build a steam room where I can dump in all of this polluted brine or polluted water or whatever else, any non just regular water, salt water, for instance, and dump it down into this room where I'll slowly leach the heat out of this magma pocket here and use the steam that will be produced by the flashing water here. And then when the output of those steam turbines will go to a clean water tank somewhere that I need to build. It can't be in the base because it's going to be very, very hot. Although I could also build the liquid tank next door and have a thermal aqua tuner and cool it down and then dump it into the base. Um, but I kind of want this to be a constantly running thing. That's what's important here is that I'm going to have to build in some sensors and things to make sure that there's always steam in the room and stuff like that. And so I think what we're going to do is we might end up building it so that it is a series of locks essentially. So it'll go from here into like this liquid tank into the next one and so on and so forth. And we'll just have liquid pumps at the very top that keep moving it up. And if it gets to the very top and all of our liquid tanks are full, we'll just start dumping water into space. Um, that way, the main reason I'm doing this in general is that I need the fluted brine here for its salt to keep my slogos fed, which will in turn obviously is what I'm mainly subsisting off of currently is barbecue. So we're going to probably do that, and that way the water will keep flowing, the salt will keep being produced, and we'll also get quite a bit of power out of this because this will be probably able to run a decent number of steam turbines. I mean, not probably. It's literally we have a thermal mass here of so much energy. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. I could do the exact same thing as well, by the way, with the actual core, and eventually I would love to do that. The core is just, it's like, it's pretty hot as well, and so we can eventually solidify and kind of suck out the heat of this entire core as well to run some steam turbines. But that's that's what I want to start is by doing this, and it'll also have the added effect of desalinating all of our water. Um, I think the thing that will be most interesting is we're gonna dump the polluted brine into this room, and it's gonna immediately it's gonna desalinate and become polluted water, and then the polluted water will probably immediately off gas as well, which isn't a bad thing. That's not like that we won't care. We're gonna lose a little bit of. Oh no, you always lose water no matter what you use, whether it's the desalinator or you just heat it up high enough. But I don't see why we shouldn't do this because we just have so much raw thermal mass here, and it's in the way. I would love to have this much space available for our map in the future. So that's the future plan, and I'm gonna end this episode here so that I can start work on that one, have a little bit more time. We're doing really good. Food is slowly decreasing, but it's kind of stabilizing. We need another ranch for fish, but that's gonna have to come a little bit later once we get more solid water supplies. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.